Just a few years after the passing of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, almost the entire Arabian Peninsula rebelled against the first caliph, Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him. But with swift and decisive action, Abu Bakr crushed these rebellions under the leadership of his top general, Khalid bin Walid, radiyallahu anhu. Now, the entire Arabian Peninsula was unified under the government of Madinah. But Arabia itself was not a superpower. It was a vast desert with limited resources. True global powers existed beyond Arabia, the mighty Roman and Persian empires, two of the greatest and oldest civilizations of the time. From the early days of Islam, when Muslims were weak and persecuted, Prophet Muhammad repeatedly prophesied that one day the Roman and Persian empires would fall. The Quraysh in Mecca mocked him for this, thinking it was impossible. But now, just a few years later, the Islamic State in Madinah was ready to face these superpowers. But here's the interesting part. Allah had already set the stage for this conquest. While Muslims were settling in Madinah, the Roman and Persian empires were engaged in an exhausting war against each other. This war drained both empires, making them weaker than before. This was the perfect opportunity for the Muslims to strike. Instead of attacking the Romans first, Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu made a strategic decision. The first target would be the Persian Empire. Why Persia? Because of their arrogance. A few years earlier, Prophet Muhammad had sent letters to the world's rulers, inviting them to Islam. The Persian Emperor, Khosrau II, not only rejected the message, but tore the letter apart in arrogance. After this, a series of political crises struck Persia. 10 different rulers came and went in a very short period. This instability weakened the Persian Empire significantly. Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu saw this as an opportunity. He made two major decisions. 1. Only those Muslims who willingly volunteered for jihad would be part of the army. 2. He sent his best general, Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anhu, to lead the campaign against Persia. With an army of 18,000 warriors, Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anhu marched towards Persia. His first target, the Persian-controlled province of Kuwait. Before attacking, he sent a letter to the Persian governor. Accept Islam and be saved, or pay the jizya tax and live under our protection. If you refuse, then prepare for war, for I am bringing an army that loves death as much as you love life. But the Persian governor laughed off the threat. He requested reinforcements from the Persian emperor, but the emperor dismissed the Arabs as insignificant. This arrogance proved to be a fatal mistake. Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anhu used brilliant war tactics. He outmaneuvered the Persian army, forcing them to march back and forth until they were completely exhausted before the battle even began. When the battle finally started, the Persian soldiers were too tired to fight effectively. Despite being outnumbered, the Muslim army crushed the Persian forces. The Persian general was killed, and Kuwait fell under Muslim control. For the first time, Islam had expanded beyond Arabia. The Roman and Persian empires had ruled the world for centuries, but now Islam was rising as a global force. Today, over 2 billion people follow Islam, and every single second, somewhere in the world, the call to prayer, the Adhan, is being recited. How did Islam grow to become such a dominant global religion? That's what we'll explore in the next video. So, subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss an episode of this incredible historical journey.